Okay, hold on. Alright, be right back. I'm coming! Good eve. Sorry, my mom called for me the minute that I went live. Alright. Let's see. Just read it. Maybe she broke my training records. Okay, let's play this one. Do I kiss her ass or do I be like it was hard? Cocky or cocky or not? Ah. I won't be cocky. Why not? Nah. Not anymore. Let's see who's really got strength. I love them. You and me, Iron Woman, or 2 out of 3 falls. You pick. Let's do 2 out of 3 falls. It'll be fun to beat you twice. You gonna learn. I ain't gonna do that. Not to mess with the EST artillery. I didn't mess with you. Baby girl, I didn't mess with you. Ah, damn. Noisy today. Alright. Oh, damn it. Damn breath. Damn breath got in the way. Can I please reverse something? Nice, okay. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Nice. Alright. Like my commentary is just nice. It's so quiet when you're not wrestling in the ring. When you're not wrestling in the ring. You are wrestling in a ring, but in the arena when you're wrestling in the training center. Oh shit. Demon's sitting right next to me watching me. Oop, they doubled. What the fuck was that? I'm so glad that I finally got Beamont. Oh my god, I cried opening him. I feel so weird saying that, but I did. I was so stoked to finally have him. Took 20 equal days for him to get here. Can I not use my... I hate when I try to get up there and she just runs the ropes. Yeet. I need to change that taunt. That taunt is weird. Oh, shit. Of course she reversed it. Ah, shit. That's her finisher, isn't it? I should be good. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Get up. Haha. Nice. 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 Come on. What? Oh yeah. It's 2 out of 3. Sorry. I totally forgot. You got Beaumont too. Listen here, I could just talk about how beautiful he is. Oh god, when I took him out to the bike show, a lot of people were staring at me and I'm like, it's just like, I didn't know what the hell to do. Like, what do you do when people are staring at you because you carry around a damn doll, you know? But oh my god, he's so perfect to hold. Like, you can hold him just like a damn toddler. Or, my mom says it's not technically a toddler, but in my opinion it is. Whatever. You know, maybe he's just a little different, because I'm not getting a, like, real shaped toddler one, because I won't be able to carry it around. Because holy crap, those things are huge. Like how I'm playing wrestling while talking about frickin' reborns. I've already got somebody on TikTok being like, oh, he's not authentic, so, you know, pretty much getting angry at me. And I'm like, why are you getting angry at me, my dude? I don't really care if he's authentic or not. He's not to collect for me. I just fell in love with him. I think he's cute. Got it. Very young still. Exactly. Beau is still very young. He's... I'm still debating whether I'm going to change his age or keep him at 4. Because I don't know if the doll really represents him at 4. But maybe he's just a very small 4-year-old. You know? That happens a lot. I'm trying to find something to put behind my back. There we go. Alright, who's in my DMs? Bunch of people. About your match with Bianca Belair. No, I'm just gonna tell WWE. I'm so proud of you. She's one of the... I'm not surprised at all. Thanks. Don't forget you need to study your history too. Okay. I have more respect for those who came before me. Glad to hear it. I witnessed China's dominance firsthand, and I think you could learn from her. I'd like you to watch some old matches and imagine yourself facing her. Okay, that sounds like fun. Huge fan of China. That sounds like fun. She would be a huge fan of China. Listen here. God, I miss China. I miss her so much, man. Oop. That was loud. Jeez, there's a lot of people coming in there. That's me. And the tape is fucking hard. I can imagine. It probably hurts. That shit looks like it hurts. Oh my god. Oh. I don't give a shit if I get copyrighted for this. I miss her. Oh my god. I'm not gonna cry. I promise I'm not gonna cry. I just miss her so much, man. Oh, that's a thought. My head was like, ooh, imagine Red dressed up as China. That'd be so cool. Oh, that would be so amazing. Excuse me. Reverse. Ah, shit. Yeah, yeet. Oh shit. Damn it. Nice, finally. Ah, shit. Let's see if that works. Nice. Still need to change that music. That music is not right. Oh my god. She looks so good when she does her little victory. I may change it. She looks good, but like, it makes it look like she's a heel. She's probably a face at this point. What am I talking about? She ain't even in the ring yet. Alright. I think I'm just going to wait to get the top surgery. Dude, tape just hurts. Oh, dude, I feel that. I don't use the tape, but when I use the freaking binder, bro, that shit was... It freaking left me breathless most of the damn time. And then it was impossible to take off, and it barely even concealed my boobs. Like, I feel that, man. I'm better off with the binder for now, honestly. Yeah, it works for you. And I'm happy it works for you. But do be careful, because from what I've heard, if you use the binder too much, there won't be enough tissue in the breast to do top surgery. At least from what I've heard from fellow trans people. Happy to hear you've been diving into China's work. Whether the current generation acknowledges it or not, everything we do now is for those who built the foundation. I miss China. Anything missing from your training so far? Everything's perfect. Glad to hear we're gonna... oh yeah. Managers, I remember. Alright. It sounds... it's like an arranged marriage. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna... wait so I can just get it over with. I feel that it's so expensive though. Like, it's so expensive to get freaking top surgery, which is why it's taken me this long. And also, like, to get top surgery, at least from what my therapist has told me, you do gotta go through a lot of years of therapy, and you gotta have a therapist that will pretty much medically let you do it. They have to, like, not prescribe it, but, you know, pretty much you gotta be like, hey, I want top surgery, and then you gotta go through years of therapy to I don't know why, but for some reason you gotta, like, literally, like, prove that you're trans enough. Like, which kinda irks me a little bit. Like, I kinda get it, because, like, okay, you need, you know, because it's a big thing, like, what if you do regret it later on? But it's like, bro, why do I gotta go through so much shit? Especially since especially with somebody like me, I've already been knowing this for 5 years now, you know, more than 5 years, excuse me. It's been about 7 years, because I'm about 22, and I found out when I was about 14 or 15. Like, and it's just, ugh, there's so much to do just to get one little surgery. It's kind of bullshit. Like, I get it with like, the hormones. Because, like, yeah, the hormones can F you up if, you know, you're not careful. But I don't get it with the top surgery. Alright. What up, Byron?
Are you as excited about this as I am?
You are loud.
Are you my new manager?
Yep, and I'm so jazzed about this. I always thought I'd make a great manager.
Great.
And I'm glad we're both getting the opportunity to try this out.
That's the spirit. Now, I've been watching managers for years. I've learned a lot. I'm thinking we can go with a Paul Bear Undertaker vibe. I know where we can get her. Cheap.
I mean, I wouldn't say totally that vibe, but, like, I do kind of give off an Undertaker vibe. But I wouldn't say extremely that way.
I've kind of got my own thing already.
Right. I get it. What if you call me the Brain or Miss Saxterman? Oh, I got
Miss
it.
Saxterman.
The mouth of the North.
I love you so much.
I think it's important to
Just be
find
yourself.
your own voice and persona.
Wow, the mentor has become the mentee. This could be the start of something really special. Let's get you in the ring and beat ringside.
Okay, love. Like how she's, you know, Red was probably like, yeah, I could do this manager thing, thinking that it's going to be like a hot woman. Then it's just Byron. It's like, well, shit. I mean, you'll do, but damn, thought I was going to get a hot woman up by my side. Damn, you put me in the room with freaking Fanny? Poor girl. Here we go again. I do that a lot. Jeezies. Ow. Bruh. Bro, there's gonna be a freaking AEW game coming out. And I'm so gonna live stream that. I don't know if you would enjoy it, because I don't know if they're gonna have a woman's My Career. I kinda hope they do. And if they do, I'm totally using it with Red again. I always use Red. But if not, then I'm just going to do my typical... I might use my big guy instead of Nathaniel, as much as I love Nathaniel. I say that like people know who the Nathaniel is. Well, I mean, you're the only one watching me, so does it really matter if anybody else knows of them? You know of him. You might not know him by freaking Nathaniel. I just now realized that. You probably know him by Trey. Ew. I hate that nickname. Alright, we're done here. Poor Fanny. I just cursed her. Maybe I'll up the difficulty a bit. Or Buzz. Yeah. Or you know him by Buzz. I like Buzz. So, I mean, hey. If you know him by Buzz, that's quite quiet. That's quite fine. Jesus, I can't speak quite. I don't know. Maybe it's just me with the freaking, because I'm still in love with the freaking, 2K19, my career. I do love this, my career. It's just a little, it's a little overwhelming, because I'm like, shit, I gotta choose where I go. But I like it. Look at this cowboy shirt. Let me look at this cowboy shirt. See what the cowboy shirt looks like on her. See if it looks good. It probably does, because red looks good in everything. But I'm just curious. Probably not going to keep it on her. Just kind of going to look at it. It's in tops. Where is it? Settable. What the fuck is that? Yeah, no, maybe it doesn't look good. No, it's not her thing. No, I think she looks better in actual button-up shirts. Okay. You look great out there. I see a big future for you. Thanks. How did you feel about our partnership? Pretty great, right? I liked it. I liked having you out there with me. Shit, I was hoping you wouldn't feel that way. I mispronounced and I psychology. Basically, it's not you, it's me. I understand. She's like, that's quite fine. You're not a hot girl, so whatever. Word on the street is you've been doing a solid job down there. Speaking of, I got a little scoop that you might be interested in. Oh my god, is that Fanny and Todd's security guard? I knew something going on between the two of them. Wait, what? Let's circle back to that. But no, it's actually the rest. The next step of your training. The GM's in talk to come here and evaluate your class and decide who's going to move up. Oh, that is a scoop. Yep, if you think you're ready, I can pull some strings to make it happen. Or if you like to do some more training, I'm gonna train more. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go yet. Yeah, let's just, see. Arturo, what the fuck you doing here?
What's up? It's me, R-True.
Yeah, I know who you is.
See you again, True.
Today I'm like a friendly neighborhood town crier. Except in this case, I'm not saying. Hear ye. Sasha Banks has been talking all kinds of trash about you. She calls you garbage, junk, and the waste. She also said something about you being terrible,
Unattractive.
These laws. It's super important.
Why is that the only thing they got to me? Like, she's calling me trash and garbage and waste. Oh, you got stinky breath. I'm unattractive? How dare you call Red unattractive? Red is the most finest woman in this business.
Yes, of course. Well, looks like I've got some extra fuel next time I get in the ring with Sasha.
You can't wait that long. You need to fire back, like a diss track.
I'm definitely not doing a diss track. No, I'm not doing a diss track. Just out of control. You have to prove you're trans enough to get the surgery. Unattractive lies. Look, that's what I said too. Like, I can't say like, oh, like cancel it, you know, blah blah blah. Like, cause like I said, I do kind of get it, but I also just don't get it. Cause like I get it that you kind of, they gotta make sure that you're ready for it so that, you know, you don't regret it. But at the same time, like, how do you prove that? You know? I'm not making a diss track.
But I don't need to stoop to her level. I'll see her in the ring again sometime. She'll get my response then.
Yeah, I'm not making a diss track. No, thank you. Is he gonna stay there? Oh, there's another location. Ooh, training ring! Ugh. The quietness freaking irks me. What's up, Corey? There's Beth, Robin, Ray. Robin, what you got to say to me? You're new here.
The training you were talking about, but I know having access to PC means not engaging in WWE gossip. And exclusive to my podcast is not getting kicked out of here. But could be cool for our listeners to hear about a match between the WWE crew and the indie wrestler who's training here today. That's like rules, right?
I'll think about that one. I want to see what the other ones are. Corey, what you got here?
Nia Jax and Tamina have been hanging around the PC recently, and I guess they have suspended from them not so constructive criticism of her skills. I mean, I think she should appreciate help standing up to them.
Bet. I'll do that for my girl Fanny. I love her. I'll do anything for Fanny. She's so sweet. Like, I'm not even kidding. My chest makes me feel uncomfortable for all the damn time. I want it gone. I need it gone. I've been sexualized my whole life. I feel that. That won't fucking hurt. Yeah, that's what I said too, man. I've been sexualized my entire life with this, and I remember I said something about that, and somebody was like, "Oh, well, that's not a reason to get your to get surgery." And I'm like, "But my dude, like, yeah, I get it if I was still a girl." And I was sexualized and I just wanted to yeet him off because of that. That would be stupid. Not really stupid, I get it, to tell you the truth. But that's also because I'm trans, so of course I'd get yeeting their tits. But, like, why is that not a reason? I don't want people to sexualize me anymore. I don't want people to look at me and be like, titties. Like, it's annoying. Yes, it is. The amount of trauma. Yeah. Dude, I remember wearing tank tops as a child. I was like 9, 10 maybe, and I had a favorite freaking shirt, the little tank top, and it literally just had a SpongeBob on it, like a SpongeBob face, and it was with like nerdy ass glasses. You remember the nerd fad, where everybody was like, cute, I'm a nerd, ooh, and they'd have those certain nerd glasses. I had a shirt, because I was extremely into the nerd fad, that said, talk nerdy to me. And it had the nerdy SpongeBob face. And I remember that was my favorite tank top. Why? Because I was 10 and I loved SpongeBob and nerds. Thought it was cute. But since it was a white t-shirt and I wore a bright-ass green polka-dotted bra, some freaking grown man, when I was walking out of Quick Trip, freaking almost broke his neck to stare at my boobs. And my mom was like, look, I know you love that shirt, but if you're wearing it, you gotta wear a shirt underneath it. like a different shirt that actually covers up your boobs, because I'm not having older men stare at you like that. And it's like, you ruined it. That motherfucker ruined my favorite shirt because he had to stare at me. Like, and I don't blame my mom at all, because I understand, you know, I understand the fact that, you know, she has to protect her girl, and that's the only way that she can, you know, and while I'm not a girl no more, I was at the time, you know, and she had to protect me, and that's the only way that you can protect is by covering up. And it sucks, because of course they're the freaking aggressors in this situation, but we've got to be the ones that change. It's so stupid. Some of it is enough. And yeah, I do remember the nerd fad. It's disturbing how people just look. It is. Like, I get it, they're there, you know, that's why I feel bad when any of my friends are like, oh, I'm so sorry I accidentally, like, touched your boob or something like that. Like, no, that's not what gets me. Like, oh, if you go to, like, grab something and you instantly brush my boob, okay, they're big, they're there, you know, you're going to instantly touch them. That's quite fine, you know, but it's so annoying when people stare, or they're like, ooh, like, I think the worst thing was when I was in middle school and high school, and people were like the gross freaking comments that I got of, oh, you know, it's so terrible that you've got such a nice chest because you're so ugly. And I'm like, wow. Or, like, there were so many gross men that were like, well, little boys, not really men, because they weren't men at all. They were little middle school aged freaking boys. But they were like, oh, you know, I would be with you because you have nice tits, but you've got such an ugly face, and I wouldn't want to be seen dead with you. Like, which, like, it never really hurt me, because I really didn't give a shit. Okay, if the only reason you like me is because of my boobs, ugh. Gross, I don't want you. And I didn't even want you in the first place, so why the f would you even tell me that? Number one. And number two, I just wasn't into it. If you wanna, you know. But yeah, it was just so gross. The way freaking guys always said that to me. What? Fuck you mean rope break? She's nowhere near the ropes. Oh, great. Lovely. I mean, yeah. There are, it's not something I'd invite you to look. I took my shirt off today around my family with tape in it. Oh god. Come on, reverse, reverse, reverse. No, 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 no. Reverse. Yes. Oh my god, you know, and to tell you the truth, there were so many people that when I was like, oh, I'm trans, you know, I totally want to, you know, get, you know, top surgery and remove my boobs and everything. And I was like, but titties, but you got such nice boobies. Like, okay, and I'm sorry, but they gotta go. Will you get in this fucking rain? It got awkward. because my D did. And I said, it giggled. I just put my shirt back on. Oof. They jiggled? Yeah, they jiggled is what I meant to say. I feel that. Dude, I don't know how many times I'm in the car and, like, my boobs just start jiggling. And I'm just sitting there like, like, it feels so weird. Like, it already felt weird when I felt like I was a girl. But it feels even worse now that I'm a dude, because, like, it's just, ugh. It's like, it's probably because I forget that they're there, and I'm like, yes, I am man. I look so masculine, but then they jiggle, and I'm like, there they are. I am not man. Look, and it is really funny, because I do say that when I do get top surgery, I want them to give me pecs. I don't want to just be flat. Oh, this fucking bitch. Will you do something about that, Fanny, please? But yeah, I want pecs, and I don't want to be extremely flat, because, like, so many guys I see actually have, like, a little bit of shape. And that's why I want a little bit of shape. And also, it's what I find attractive. I find guys that's got a little bit of like a boop on their chest. Like, I think that's really attractive. So I feel that everyone gets to be comfortable, but me. I feel so good about myself until I remember they exist. And I feel that yeah. It's terrible when you remember that they exist and that they're on your chest. Look, I remember back when I still felt like I was a girl. Every time I think about it, it gives me like, it makes me smile. Because one of my friends, I think I said something about a period or something like that. I can't quite remember. Said something about a woman's problem. And this was before I even came out as trans, and he looked at me and he went, you know, I forgot that you were a woman. And I was like, at that point, I think that's when I was like, you know what? Maybe I am trans. Because he said that, and I said, ooh. And I was so happy that he forgot that I was a girl. Like, I don't want to be flat either. So he keeps cutting off my text. That's all good, I understand. Oop. It was so funny when he did that. Yeah, cause, yeah, I said something, I think about like titty sweat or something like that. And I was like, how did you forget? These big ass lumps are on my chest. And he's like, cause you just don't act like a woman. And I'm like, happy accidents, yes. Yeah, bro, it was so gender affirming when that happened. Feedback not appreciated. Josie, I'm avoiding you. You're a bitch. Social media. What's up? DMs. Thanks for helping me with Nia and Tamia. Not sure why they always say facing me is like playing on easy mode. Hopefully they'll rethink that. I mean, look, I may do agree with them, because it is kind of easy to beat you, but that's because you're small, sweetie pie, but that's okay. That's okay. Upgrade, upgrade. Upgrades, people, upgrades. People call me sir at work sometimes. It makes me smile so big when they read my pronouns on my tag. I feel that. Dude, that's why I miss my, I do not know where my he-him pin went. I have a he-him pin, and I used to wear it all the damn time, and I lost it. and I wish I knew where it was so that I could start wearing it again, because so many people keep calling me ma'am. Like when I was at the bike show, I didn't want to correct this dude because I just didn't feel like it. I never feel like correcting them. But he was one of my dad's friends, and he turned to my dad and he was like, "Oh, is this your youngest?" And I was like, "Oh yes, hello," you know, and I got excited, and he called me young lady, and I'm like, "Look, I know you're trying to be nice, but that kind of hurt, you know." But I wasn't gonna say anything because I was like, I don't know how this guy feels about it.
Or has the training gotten a little stale lately?
Oh.
No way! I'm learning from the best at WWE's Performance Center. I don't think this could ever get stale.
Nerd. If I have a bracelet that everyone blatantly ignores, yeah, not. I mean, I do.
Good. Well, it's my job to try
Excuse
and
me.
keep you that way.
Excuse me.
I want to introduce a PC championship belt to up the competition. Want to compete for it?
Sure.
Sure. I plan on winning a number of titles in my career. Might as well start now.
I mean, in their defense, with the bracelet, it is kind of hard to see it unless you got it like constantly in your face. You know, especially if somebody doesn't look down at your wrist and they're like, "Oh, he, him," you know. Not many people look at your wrist, so like in their, you know, even though to tell you the truth, look, no, I feel like I could tattoo it on my forehead and I'd still get called ma'am or she or something like that.
Great. You'll be in a triple threat match with Josie and Fanny. May the best woman win.
Triple threat? No, I don't want to do a triple threat. But yeah, you know, I mean, hell, like I said, I always had the pin on my shirt, and people still called me ma'am and, you know, her and all that. Man, that's why it makes me feel so good when I go into Hot Topic, because I'll go into Hot Topic and I have, of course, you know, I'm part of their little thing, you know, where you got to give your email and all that, you know, their reward system. And it's funny because each time that I come up there, like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing? You know, do you have an email with us?" And I'll give them the email. And, of course, my email is something about being a gay Slytherin dude. You know, it's the gay Slytherin dude. And the minute that I do that, they're immediately like, "Oh, thank you so much, sir." And I'm like, "Thank you." I am, sir. Yeah, still sucks, though. It will always suck. Like I said, whether they mean it to be malicious or not, it's always going to feel malicious. That's what I always say. But yeah, man, Hot Topic, they're so on it. Or like each time I wore the he him pin, they were immediately like, "Oh, this man would like his Funko Pop." Like, they were so on it. I have to get through my agoraphobia and depression before I can even fully diagnose with what I need to be treated for. I feel that. Look, so many people get angry at me. For some reason, they get angry at me. And they're like, "Oh, how did you not get treated for bipolar until you were 21, blah, blah." And I'm like, that's because the medical system failed me. Like, bro. And then, like, people, I think the worst is when people are like, "Maybe that's why you're trans, is because you're bipolar." And I'm like, what? No, my transness does not equal my bipolar or my autism. You know? Like, and that's, for some reason, I hate it because my last therapist, even he apologized. He was like, "I have to do my job," you know, and I appreciate him for it, you know. I appreciate him telling me, you know, that he believes in me being trans. He was like, "I totally believe that you're trans," you know. But the reason why I at least have to go through a lot is that they're like, "Well, since you're autistic, we got to make sure it's not part of your autism." And even my therapist is like, I think it's bullshit, but it's just what we have to do. You know, and I only do 2 main focuses at the time at the guidance center. The medical system sucks. I was afraid of therapists for a long time. Me too. Look, I was afraid to go through a therapist, mostly because I was afraid that they were going to look at me and be like, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, you know, because that's what doctors always did. They were like, there's nothing wrong with you. And I'm like, but there's got to be something wrong with me. Why do I act the way I act? You know, there is no way that I am a normal person. Well, I mean, I am a normal person, but there is no way that I don't have something. And to finally get that, you know, get that diagnosis and somebody that actually listens to me, it felt so good. Because every time that I said something about my to my old doctor, she was like, no. Like, she even told me at 15, she was like, you're too young to have depression and anxiety. She was like, I'll give you anxiety pills just because you won't shut up about it. And that's all. That's the only reason I got my anxiety pills. But when I was like, hey, I'm feeling really depressed lately, she's like, you're fine. It's just the senior sadness, blah, blah. That's why it was so great when I got my new doctor, because immediately I said something about how I felt depressed all the time, and he immediately was like, then let's get, he's like, then do you want to do some pills? If you want to do some pills, let's get you some pills. And immediately was like, I got you. You know, depression is nothing to fuck with, man. And he was like, I'm surprised that that other doctor didn't do anything about it. He's like, I don't give a, you know, it's like, I don't give a shit how old you are. It doesn't really matter. You know, and I was so happy to finally get diagnosed with depression. And then when I was like, hey, I've still got some anxiety and depression here and there, blah, 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 you know, he was like, that's the thing. That's not your anxiety and your depression. That's probably something else. Let's get you a therapist. And I can't believe that, at least from what I've been told by my doctor, you have to have a doctor's referral to get to a therapist. At least that's what my doctors have always told me. And it felt so good to finally be referred. I'm still waiting for my therapist to be assigned. Too young. I had depression, extreme depression. I had 7. We're so screwed with you. Yeah, I feel that. Dude, and that's what I said. I remember when I was 10, I literally wrote a freaking suicide note at 10. You know, that was the first and the last time that I've ever wrote a suicide note. Never, like, actually thought about going through with it. But that's because, man, it went from just bullying to, like, you know, because, like, a lot of bullying back in the day when I was in elementary school was just kind of like, oh, you know, ooh, you're ugly, whatever. You know, and it was just kind of like, okay, you think I'm ugly, whatever. You know, fuck off. But then, like, middle school happened, and holy shit, people were ruthless. And how could I not be depressed when they were literally taking my wrestling magazines, my comfort magazines, and trying to rip them up? I literally felt like I had to look out for myself. Like, I had to literally look over my damn shoulder because I was afraid somebody was going to hurt me or my magazines. And that was so much on 10-year-old me. Dude, they took your magazines. They didn't just take them. They loved to take their pens and try to draw on them. One of my favorite magazines, my favorite CM Punk magazine, has a tear in it because somebody thought it would be funny while I was reading it to come over and cut it because they thought it would be funny, which was so freaking weird because I was like, I thought wrestling was popular, but no, it's not popular if it's mine. If I like it, it's not popular no more. Rude, I know. And it's just, like I said, I was like, I thought I was being cool liking wrestling. I mean, it didn't matter if I was cool or not liking wrestling, but why?
Got something cool lined up if you're interested. You could be in the next WWE2K22.
Really? That's amazing.
Well, to be clear, it wouldn't be you, as in like a character that is you. But when someone is getting beat up in the game, that will be your moves.
Not really selling this.
I think it's so cool.
You get to wear one of those cool mocaps.
Get to?
Gets you.
Baby, the producers of the game need you to last 5 minutes with a WWE superstar so they can get enough footage of their moves.
Okay.
Can I at least get a free copy of the game?
No promises. So do you want to do it or no?
After
in.
you see me in the ring, there's no doubt they'll give me a bigger role.
That's the spirit.
But yeah, it's like, man, I remember my depression just got so bad. And I know that, like, I remember I tell people this so many times and they're like, they're magazines, like, shut up about it. Like, there's nothing wrong, you know, they're just kids being kids. And they're like, why did you want to kill yourself over some magazines getting cut? And I'm like, well, because it got intense, it got physical. You know, it went from just people calling me ugly to people wanting to rip up my shit. And, like, while, yeah, they weren't putting their hands on me, they were still putting their hands on something that I loved. Something that felt like it was a part of me, because it's mine. You know? And, like, it's so crazy because, like I said, you know, that's just like somebody trying to cut up Magnolia or cut up Beaumont, you know. Yeah, they're objects to you, but to me, they're a part of me. They're mine. You know, these are things that bring me happiness. Or people trying to cut up Blanky or something like that. You know, to them, they're nothing. But to me, they're a part of me. They're just like my skin. It's just like coming up and trying to stab me for some reason. And I remember telling my therapist that, and they're like, honey, how did nobody, they were like, have you ever told anybody this? I'm like, I've told my mom, and I've told my doctor before, but they didn't want to listen. And he was like, how the hell did they not diagnose you with autism? That is literally something that autistic people do. I remember my therapist being so pissed off hearing this, and I'm like, thank you, somebody's got the same energy that I do. Because, like, so many people would tell me it's stupid. This guy was like, no, it's not stupid, and this is why you do it. That's why I miss him, man. I wish I could go back to him, but he's all the way in, I don't remember exactly where he is, but he doesn't have my insurance yet, so I would have to pay $200 to see him. It probably would be worth it, though. So kids being kids is a lot different than, than full-on hatred. I completely understand that. It's like when somebody picked on me and tried to take my stuffed lamb at school. Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't bring Blanky to school. I wanted to bring Blanky to school so much when I was a kid, and even when I was in high school. But I didn't, because the fear of somebody literally trying to take him or rip him up made me want to kill somebody. I won't lie. Like, I would hurt somebody if they hurted Blanky on purpose. You know? I wouldn't say kill, because obviously I wouldn't kill nobody. But, man, I would probably go psycho. You know? That's like cutting up my best friend. Yeah, because I remember seeing, there was people that seen me in public with Blanky, and they were like, oh, like the next day at school, they were like, haha, I seen you with your baby blanket, hoo-hoo, baby, whatever, which is so funny that people would call me crybaby and call me a baby and all that, and I would just kind of be like, okay, ooh, whatever, you know, which is so funny to think of, because, like, you know, because, like, people would be like, no, I'm not a baby, and then when people call me a baby, I'm just like, okay, I'm a baby, whatever. Ooh. Oh no, I have feelings, how dare I? You know, that's why, you know, of course I won't say the nickname that they always gave me, but it was Crybaby, and then a nickname of my dead name. And that's what they used to always call me. And I remember it got to me only because it was so damn annoying that they would chant it, you know, and it was like, it felt like a cult. I won't lie. People that chanted my freaking nickname that made fun of me, it's kind of like, bro, what the hell? I remember getting laughed at so bad in high school. Oop, I knocked him out. Was I supposed to do that? I remember getting laughed at so bad in high school, and even teachers said that I should leave her at home. School was hard for me. I get that. Yeah, I remember my teacher told me that back in kindergarten, because even in kindergarten I was getting made fun of for it. And I remember she pulled me aside and she's like, hey, I know that Blanky's very important to you. And she was like, she was like, and you know, and he's important to you, so he's important to me. And she was like, so please leave him at home, because I know that you would absolutely go nuts if Blanky got hurt. You know, and I do appreciate that, because, you know, I've always appreciated when teachers actually pulled you aside. Shut up, bitch. When teachers actually pulled me aside and was like, hey, I give a shit about you, let me help you. It was very rare. I've had a couple of teachers do it, mostly my elementary school teachers. You know, most of my elementary school teachers were the ones that would fight for me. And then I had not really middle school, but intermediate school. I had those teachers that literally they noticed that I was getting so bad that they were like, here you go, here's a journal. And anytime that you need to write in that journal, you write in that damn journal. They're like, they literally were like, your mental health, we care more about your mental health than we care about your schoolwork, which is rare to hear a freaking teacher say, which I appreciated that, you know. In kindergarten is supposed to be okay with it. I know. You know, I wasn't pulled to the side. I was pointed out. Ooh, they literally sat there and said, put the animal away. Oh my god, that sucks. That would absolutely make me feel... that would make me feel so freaking... Ugh.
The only reason you got the chance to face Sasha Banks is because I was blamed up.
Okay. Just shut up. Okay. Let me beat your ass. Just get it over with. Let me beat your ass, man. But yeah, man. That's just like each time that I brought a plushie to high school, you know, the teachers would put it out right in front of the class, and they're like, oh, put it away in my class, and I'm like, it's sitting on my lap. What is it going to do? They're like, it's distracting everybody else, and I'm like, then tell everybody else to stop being distracted by a freaking plushie. It's a plushie! It's making no noise. It's sitting on my lap. It's so small that you can't see it. It's just so crazy. I had to fidget and hold something or I'd have a nervous breakdown. I feel that. So I switched from Lambie to drawing. Yeah, I feel that. I didn't draw, but I don't remember how I helped it. I think I picked at my nails a lot. That's why I liked having, when I'd bring Balloon Boy to school. I remember I did that because it felt comforting. It felt comforting to have what the fuck? Oh, jeebies. It felt comforting to have, you know, something that made me happy. You know, Balloon Boy made me happy because Balloon Boy is my favorite character. I will beat your freaking ass. Get out of here. You're not gonna win this. You got in trouble for drawing. Yes, I remember that. Man, I never got in trouble for drawing because, like I said, I didn't draw, but I had so many friends like you that drew to fidget. Because I had you, I had my Bunny Boo, I had her who used to draw all the time. I used to write. That's what I used to do. It sucked because I didn't have computer to type on, nor did I have an iPad or anything like that, because if I did, then oh my god, you know, I'd get in big ass trouble. But I would write my feelings down, or I'd write a story idea down in a notebook. Can you get the fuck out of the rain? You're not in this match. Ref! Will you do something about this? Maybe it's hard scribbling. Yeah. What was to focus? Yeah. And that's the thing is that, like, I would do that to focus. You know, and they're like, oh, no, you're not focusing on what I'm doing. No, I'm not. I'm not extremely focusing on what you're doing. Not only focusing on you, you know. Like, yeah, I know it probably seems weird to be like, oh, I'm writing a story, and that helps me focus. But it does. Can you fucking... What the hell? Man, that's just like when I'm talking to my mom and I'm playing this game. Like, my mom is like, oh, I don't, you know, my mom, she doesn't like bitch at me for it or anything like that. But she's like, are you hearing me? And I'm like, Mom, I can literally recite everything that you said in the past 20 minutes. And I will. And she's like, okay, you know... So you are listening. I'm like, yeah, I just can't focus on only you talking, because if I do, I'm going to not hear what you're saying. You know, or I have to at least fidget with like the remote and pretend I'm playing. Or have a story up and pretending to type, you know, for some reason. Sasuke. Oh my god, Mr. Sasuke. Sasuke's a fucking anime character. Yeah, Mr. Sasuke, oh my god, he was terrible. And I heard Miss Cobb was too. And another science teacher were awful to me with my drawing and fidgeting. They hated it. I feel that. And I remember so many teachers telling me, oh, you don't need to fidget. You know, you're not a special ed kid. What? Like, even if you don't have autism, you still can fidget. And it's so funny that they said that I wasn't a special ed kid, or, oh, you don't have autism. Surprise, bitch, I do. Like, how did nobody see the signs? How did nobody pull my mother aside and be like, hey, I think the child has autism? I think my mom said a couple did. Ha! You still didn't win, even with your buddy. But, like, it's so crazy. Or like when I was like at the lunch table or something like that back in middle school, and somebody be talking to me and I'm sitting there like reading my WWE magazine, and they're like, are you hearing me? And I'm like, yes. I would literally be like, yeah, you were talking about how you sat behind the seat, you know, you sat behind the wheel of a car, you know, and you were cited just to do that, and blah, blah, and every little single detail that you just told me. And they're like, how the hell did you do that? You don't look like you were focused on me at all. And I'm like, but I was. It looks like I'm not, but I am very focused on you. It hurt that they didn't understand. Inactive ADD is awful. It's always when I'm just sitting still, and yeah, Mom gets irritated with it too. Yeah. I'm gonna challenge you both, bitch. I didn't want a triple threat. I wanted like a 2-on-1, but okay, I can do a triple threat. Sure. And you know what it is? It is so funny because I know what they mean when they say like, oh, I don't think you're listening to me, because I do know that when I talk to somebody, I get so passionate, and I'm like sitting there talking or something like that, and if I look and they're doing something, you know, because you talk to me, I'll pause, and then I'll wait for them to respond, and if they're like, oh, continue, I'm hearing you, then normally I'm like, okay, you are hearing me. But if I pause and like they don't say anything to me, I'm like, they weren't listening at all, you know. and I'll just stop talking. And even if like somebody is listening to me, I have to be like, okay, you're staring right at me, but let me stop just in case and see, like, the vibe check, pretty much. But yeah, it hurts that, like, no teachers really, like, understood or even gave a shit sometimes. Like, I remember the one that was really bad was Miss Riddle. Oh my god. Miss Riddle. She freaking... I would literally just be sitting there listening to her, and she's like, listen to me. And I'm like, bitch, I am listening to you. Like, I am sitting here. Hence why when we talk, I always focus on so many things. And yeah, I get that. Sometimes my brain does skip, so I'll reply with or yeah. Miss Riddle. Which one was that? She was a math teacher. She was actually, funny enough, right across from Miss Cartwright. She was a math teacher, and oh my god, I remember telling Miss Cartwright about it because I loved Miss Cartwright. She was one of the only teachers that actually gave a damn when I was like, hey, I suck at math. She's like, that's all good. You don't have to be perfect at it. You know, every other math teacher made it feel like you had to be perfect. But, you know, Miss Cartwright was just like, hey, yo, you're not perfect, that's quite fine. I will teach you to be better at it. And, you know, if you're not the best at it, let me help you. You know, and she actually gave a damn. I miss her so much, man. But yeah, me and my friend, I'll call him Bunny Boo. He, that's what I used to always call him because he was my Bonnie. He was my Bonnie to my Foxy, you know. And, he, you know, me and him used to always talk and, you know, in our class and all that. But, like, we would be listening. We would just be passing notes or whatever, and she'd be like, oh, you're not listening to me, stop passing notes and blah blah. And I'm like, my dude, I can literally tell you what was going on. And like, and then like, if I did focus on her, I'd be like, oh, I didn't quite get what you said there, or like, hey, I don't quite get this equation, is there another way to do it? She would get pissed at me and be like, that's because you weren't listening. And I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like, I literally was listening. If I wasn't listening or didn't give a shit, I wouldn't have asked you how in the hell to do it, or if there was another way. I would have just been like, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like, and then like, she was like, oh, you can always ask me a question no matter what. And then I'd ask questions and nope. I don't think I ever knew her. Yeah. To tell you the truth, not a lot of people knew her, which was really funny because every time that I mentioned her, a lot of people were like, who? So I guess she was just not a known math teacher, I guess. Not many people got her. And I do know that she was mostly for algebra more than like the advanced math. So like, I don't know if you ever did, like, if you were ever in advanced math. Her right wasn't amazing. She worked with my panic attacks. Yes! I have no idea who told her though. It was in... Yeah, I feel that. Man, when I told her that, when I remember like crying because I couldn't do the math or something like that. And I remember her just coming up to me and being like, hey, it's okay. remember her like calming me down and being like, honey, you don't need to cry about it. If you don't know, ask me. And that's what she used to always tell me. And I remember not rolling my eyes, but being like, yeah, of course, just ask you, all teachers say that. But like, I felt like I'd ask her the stupidest of questions and she would answer me truthfully. Like, I always asked her, hey, I need a different equation. I don't quite get this one. Okay, do it this way. And she was like, look, I don't give a shit how you do it. As long as you get the correct answer and I see how you got it, do it. That's what I loved in her. That she obviously gave a shit about us. She gave more of a shit about us than other teachers. And I could rant about how much I love her all damn day. Will you freaking... Oh, great. Lovely. Hitting her. Shit. Sorry, I went silent. Hold on, I'm focusing. Fuck you. Why does it not target on the fucking one that I want? Oh, great. Why I never got her. I didn't advance well. In math, missed it all. Anyway. Alright, showing me what I missed. Especially in my huge great skip. Good. Yeah, I feel that, because man, and I always say, I remember when I told her that, like, when she said something about, oh, see, this is why you don't focus in class, or else you're going to be a senior in a algebra class or something like that. And I remember just being like, yeah, don't be lazy, or you'll end up like me, and just kind of agreeing with her, just letting it play or whatever. And then I was like, you know what, that really hurt. So I went to her and I was like, hey, that really hurt me. I'm here because I just don't advance well in math, and nobody really helped me no matter what I asked. And she was like, oh shit, I didn't know, I'm so sorry. And not only did she apologize to me at that point, she even, she apologized to me in that point when I said something, and then she apologized to me, in front of the class and was like, hey, I presumed something, I was wrong, and I am so sorry. Like, and bro, that always sticks in my brain, because like, holy shit, I said something to her, she admitted to her mistakes, not only to me, but in front of the entire class. Like, it was just so sweet of her, even though it shouldn't have been. That should be like what you expect from a teacher, but oh my god, I finally got it. Okay. I remember glaring at her and getting defensive because I thought it hurt you. I got so mad, yeah. And I remember, because I was like, oh god, we're going to have such a hard time in this class. And then, like I said, she apologized, and I was like, hey, I appreciate that. And she was like, well, what else was I supposed to do? She's like, I'm human. I made a mistake, and I shouldn't have said something like that to you. It was very rude. Like, but it's like you don't hear of teachers doing that. Teachers are normally like, oh, I'm the teacher. I'm high and mighty, you know. I'm better than you. You're the student. You know, but she didn't. And it was great. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. I'm taking you one-on-one, still waiting for my chance. It's fair. Bitch! Really impressed some of your moves. What the heck? Free copy of the game. Like I said, maybe they could hook you up for a discount. Okay. We were sitting with each other and everything. And I cried a little when she apologized. Right? It just felt so, like, you know, so redeeming. Like, oh my god. You know, I don't have to be scared to come into this class anymore, you know. You know, that was the moment when I was like, yeah, this class is gonna be my safe class, you know. Not only because I have Rin in it, but because I have, you know, Miss Cartwright, who actually gives a shit about me and my feelings. Alright. See what Josie has to say now. What's up, bitch?
Your submissions are weak. Just an FYI.
Thanks.
Thanks for the tip.
Cried and apologized profusely. Let me out. Yeah.
It's
Okay, just shut up. Here we go again. Okay. Not the same thing. I'll do a submission match, whatever. I was so upset with myself. Mood. That was always how I felt too. Like, you know, when I got panicked because you know, math always made me panic and all that. She was always like, hey, take a break. You know, you don't need to do it right then and there. You know, you know, you don't need to go at. She always made me feel like I didn't have to go at the same pace that everybody else is going, because I was always freaking out because I'm like, I'm still on number 1 while everybody else is on number 10. She's like, okay, and you're going to get to number 10 sooner or later. Just, you know, just calm down. You don't need to be on number 10 when everybody else is on number 10. Which I think is really the, well, I feel like that's the, that's me being scared from those damn, tests that they would have back in, like, 5th grade with the multiplications, and they were like, oh, do these quick. Oh, God, and I hated those, and they were like, how many can you get in this time frame? You know? I hated those so much, man. My mental breakdown with my phone. Dude, everyone was staring, and it made it worse. And sometimes I get stuck. She was so nice, she was. I hated those tests. Dude, they sucked. And then, like, they would always call, at least they would call me out, and they're like, oh, Cole, you have the least amount of everybody else, you know, work on that next time. And then I would try to work on it next time, but my brain would just go kaput in the middle of it. And they were like, oh, you're not trying hard enough. You know? That was always the thing, is that she always made me feel like, hey, as long as you're trying, it's good enough. You know? Because, really hurt my pride and I couldn't finish it. Same. Like, or I couldn't at least get as good as everybody else did. And they were like, oh, I thought, and then, like, I remember they would always compare those quick tests where they would time you. They would always, at least in my class, they would always compare it to my actual test where we could take our time. And they're like, look, you're so good at multiplication on this one. Why can't you be good on this one? And I'm like, that's because I don't have to rush. If you don't rush me, I'm good. Like, and they act like if I say, oh, don't rush me, like I'm going to take forever. Like, I don't take forever. And even if I do, guess what? It's going to get done. If you rush me, it's never going to get done. But if you let me do it at my own pace, it's going to get done. Sooner or later. Like, bro. especially in freaking math. And I'll never get over the freaking, my freaking English teacher. Because, man, she was such a bitch. Always making fun of my speech impediment. I'm crying one time. Because I've always been pressured to be perfect. I failed to be perfect. I hated that. I'm not very with Russians either. Yeah. I feel that. Like, I was always glad that my parents were never like, oh, you have to be perfect. Because, to tell you the truth, my parents already were like, oh, you're perfect. And, like, they always told me I was perfect no matter what it was. And they never, thank God, they never made me feel bad for not being perfect, because I was perfect in their eyes already. I was lucky enough to have parents that were like, hey, you're passing, so, you know, if you can, get it up. If you can't, it's good. You know, we love you no matter what. And most of the time when I did start failing, my mom was like, what's wrong? Like, she was never like, hey, you're missing work, like, go do it now. She was like, hey, you're missing work. Are you okay? Like, you don't miss work. You know, you never have missing work. Tell me if something's wrong. You know, or if something is wrong, I'm here for you, you know. Gotta shut up and focus on this for a little bit. No. Come on. Cunt. Please ignore that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Were you? There we go. Well, they were my parents. More like my grandma and stepdad. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Thank God I had everybody that was supportive, and I never felt like I was challenged, you know, by my siblings. Thank God since I'm the baby, thank God my siblings were never like, oh, I'm better than you, you know. I remember most of the time my oldest sister was the biggest supporter, because she was like, hey, you graduated, and that's all that really matters to me, is that you graduated and I didn't graduate, you know, because she didn't. She was like, so you know what, you did better than me by graduating. Come on, I'm almost there. No! I was almost there. Fuck you. Yeah, I had family members like that, but a lot of people hated me. Cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents. Oof. I'm so sorry about that. That, I can't imagine. It's maybe because, like I said, my mom did limited, like, the family that was with us. You know, so there probably was family that hated me, but my mom never allowed them to be near me. So my mom was always like, hey, if you can't be positive, you're not in this family. Get out of our family circle. Mom was proud of me for graduating, too, because I barely made it. You know, and that's how my mom was, too. I barely made it. I literally had to go one more year, but my mom was like, I don't give a shit. Guess what? You graduated, so I'm proud of you. I don't give a shit that you had to go a couple more months than everybody else. You know, you have a diploma, and that's all that really matters, is that you did it. Thank you. There we go, finally. Cheesies. Alright. Yeah, man, but I remember that was like the worst thing about being like the baby of the bunch, is that it felt like every teacher knew one of my sisters or my brother, and they were like, oh, I remember, it was mostly my sisters that they compared me to. They were like, I remember Linda, or I remember Jessica would always do this so easily. And I was like, but guess what? I'm not them. I love them half to death, but I'm not them. I am totally different. And then I remember always saying that to my siblings, and they were like, "What the hell are they talking about? I was shit in their class too." Like, they're like, "The liar! I was not good in that class." It really was hard in high school. My mental health just wasn't good either. It was on the brink of emotional shutdown. Do I feel that? It felt like high school was, man, that was when I started breaking down. And also I felt less smart, but then I found out years later after I graduated that, like, oh, the reason why I struggled so much was because they took away my IEP. They took away my damn IEP. I had that throughout most of my school days, and then they took it away and never gave it back. I was like, oh, so that's why I was a star student in middle school, but I wasn't in high school. I was also the same, is that I went from being a star student to being an okay student, and they were like, where's the star student that we had in middle school? Like, she's gone, bitch. I'm a brand new person. Oh yeah, being the eldest is always standard. Hurts the little one so much. Yeah, I really hope that they don't do what they don't do to your little sister like they did to me, because holy shit, it hurt. It hurt everybody being like, oh, your sisters are pretty much better than you, and they were like, I was just trying to motivate you. Like, no, you weren't motivating me, bitch. You were making me feel like my sisters are better than me. Okay. Now we're gonna move on. I'm ready. Okay, yes. No, it is really funny to think about my old school days, being like, damn, I did all of that with undiagnosed autism. How the hell did I do that? Like,
Big news. Just got word from Triple H decided to hold a PC show downtown.
hell yeah.
The GMs from all three brands are TV. And all three are bringing a superstar from their brand to give them an extra set of eyes.
You won't just be watching. You're really impressed with how you can do down here. You couldn't think of anyone better to square off against one of the visiting superstars.
The GMs also want to see your full presentation, so you'll be in the rest of the year.
Why do they keep... It keeps freaking, multiplying it and then putting it in the freaking thing. What the hell? Oh, gee.
All you have to do is figure out how you want
Right?
to
I don't know why they keep doing that.
pull off a win over a tough opponent. But you want to impress the GM.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Sasha. Do I want to do Shotzi? I'll do Sasha just because.
have to ask. No one can Sasha.
I think everyone was hoping you'd say that.
She's fired up.
Internet, stop!
Be ready.
Oh no, is your internet effing up? Time is it? Oh, it doesn't really matter. I was like, oh, what time is it? I need to be in bed by this time, blah blah. No, I don't, because I don't work tomorrow. Dude, I thought I had to work today because my sister had to go in, but she said, screw it, I'm calling in, and I got to actually rest. And I'm so glad that she did call in, because oh my god, I got Beaumont today, so I wouldn't have been able to pay attention to him. It's always so glitchy. It is, man. My internet does that too. I'm getting revenge. Ew, look at fucking Josie in the background. Musty ass. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm bullying her. Oh wait, because she bullies me, that's why. Alright, let's talk to Fanny. What's up, baby girl?
You like so pumped. We get to meet William Regal. Do you think he'll sign my action figure?
Big fan of William Regal. Work tomorrow. Ooh. 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. Oof. Well, at least that seems like a pretty short day though. That's good though.
You have a William Regal action figure with you?
Always. You never know.
Mood.
Do you think they were just in the neighborhood, or is something special going on? We're having a PC show.
Oh yeah.
GMs are coming to see if any of us are ready to be signed. What? I have something after they said who was coming.
Yep, 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours.
Better. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, 4 hours is a very good work day. At least for me, because the shorter work you have to do, you know.
Hyperventilate again. I know. Better I get it out now.
Yeah, man, because I work from like 5 a.m. to like about like 3:40 is normally when my sister picks up her baby. So I've got pretty much almost a 12-hour day. But most time she's asleep when I come in, and she normally sleeps until like 11. So technically I have like an 11 to 3. Technically, because that's technically when I have to work. And not really work, but actually like babysitter. Very excited about it. You sound jealous.
Josie, your jealousy's showing again. Jealous of you?
You're always jealous of me.
Everyone's coming to scout me, right? And finally help me. Not like when you flew into your match with Sasha. I'm gonna destroy Vanny and let everyone see who Josie Jane really is.
Sorry, I got a cold chill. Sarcastic.
Good luck with that. At least this time, you won't be able to blame me for failure.
I just not realized I got a conditioning spray for Beaumont because his hair. Oh my god, I'm so excited to like brush his hair and recurl it, and just so excited for him. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. Oh, somebody subscribed to me. Cool guy. Oh, nice. Somebody followed me. Or subscribed to me, excuse me. That's great. I love it when people subscribe to me. Damn, mommy. Oh shit. Ah! I didn't know they were going to immediately start the match. I was staring at my phone. Are you going to pin me that quickly? Bitch. Get off of me. What? That made no sense. Hold on. I'll get back as soon as it'll let me. There we go. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. Man, I can't wait until the AEW game comes out. I'm so, like, they don't even have a release date yet for it, I don't think. But holy shit, I'm so ready to play it, because, like, I don't know why, but I'm just so ready. Yeah, I don't know why, like, I love WWE, but, like, this is gonna be the first AEW game that comes out, and AEW is, oh my god, I think I'm just excited to see, like, for you to see, like, the other wrestlers that I love in AEW, because I don't download them on the WWE games, because they just don't feel authentic enough. Is that weird to say? Like, I don't want them on a WWE game. I want them on an AEW game, you know? Like, I'm just so excited to finally, like... Look, I'm mostly excited because Kenny Omega's, like, one of my favorites. I really like him. If you hit my feels. If you can hear what I mean by the mic, through the mic. I think he's so cool, and I kind of like him. I'm so sorry. I'm a fanboy over here. Just thinking about him. Like, I'm a very new fan of him, which is very funny to say, because, like, a lot of people have been a fan of him forever now, and I've seen his name around, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm excited to see him come back, you know, and see him wrestle. And then he came back, and I said, feelings? I have feelings? Like, he's kind of cute. And I like him. I like his wrestling, and I like his attitude, and he's bisexual. I wouldn't have a chance because he's like 38 and I'm like 22, but like my characters would have a chance, may I say. Oh my Jeezies. I don't know how this got to me ranting about Kenny Omega, but okay. So I'm going to go on NXT first.
I must admit, that was a rather brilliant performance.
Thanks. It'd be an honor.
It would be an honor to follow in the footsteps of so many NXT greats. Thank you.
Tremendous. I'll send over the paperwork right away. Welcome aboard.
Ooh, gotta stretch. Ooh, pop my knees. Oof. There goes the freaking thing again. Why does it keep doing that with the comments? That's so weird. Internet. Yep. No. So it's your internet that keeps doing that. That's weird. Alright. I'm gonna talk to Sasha first. What up, ho?
I got nothing to say to you. You can start with congrats. You got left again. And
Sure.
if I see a single post
I hate
on
it.
social media
Mood.
about this, you and I are going to have a pop-up.
Posting it right now.
After our 2 matches, how can you think that sounds threatening?
I'm so glad you're going to be on NXT. Say a start away from me and Raw as well.
I'm gonna be on Raw one of these days.
No promises.
Watch it. I'll come for you. Ooh, that didn't sound right. Alright, what up, Josie?
I get you accepting to congratulate you. No, but I appreciate it. And I'm sure you'll get your chance before long, too. You're not the only one who's getting out of here. I just got signed to SmackDown.
Nice.
Wow, good for you. At least someone who has real
mind me over here breaking my teeth. Fanny! What's up, baby girl? Did you get signed?
Who's got NXT? We got NXT.
Ah, we're on NXT together.
You got signed to NXT too?
Aw.
Yep. We're gonna be tearing it up with Dakota Kai, Mia Yim, Tegan Nox. I'm bringing my gear, my autograph book, and the bags I ran into when I tried to hide the like
Real talent. I know. Real talent, bitch. I am real talent.
You got to relax. We both got signed because we belong there, not fans. Who knows? One of us could end up becoming NXT champion. You think you might become NXT champion? That's my plan. You have got to sign my autograph book.
Oh, you're so cute. I love you.
I know where to turn if I ever need an ego boost. Just don't sign too Fanny in case I ever have to sell the autograph online. You get more cash if they're not personalized. This is going to be so much fun.
She's so cute. Oh, guys. So adorable. She is so adorable. Oh,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah, we think this is absolutely perfect fit for you.
Just remember, this isn't an ending. It's the beginning of the next chapter of training. You're always learning to WWE.
Aw.
Having a long and successful career means never stop pushing yourself to be better.
Thanks. Keep that in mind.
But be sure to stop. Appreciate your moments. Otherwise, it'll be over in a minute.
Okay, got it. You know I'll still be available via phone,
Aw.
right? And I'll probably still come in there to work out on off days. You don't have to cram every piece of advice into this conversation.
They're like proud parents. They're like proud parents. They're sending their kid off to to college.
Just trying to help, but I hear you. Good luck out there.
Aw, I love you guys. They're so sweet. They are. I'm chewing on my lip again. Oh, damn! Bitch! Damn, she look good. Titties. Hell yeah, I am. Damn. That's a big ass girl. There's a big girl coming in. The smirk. I had a feeling you're gonna point that out. The smirk. We're such simps. We're such simps for a fictional wrestler. Yeah. Okay. I choked on my inhale. I feel that. Okay. Let's see, let me upgrade real quick. I'm gonna upgrade the defense. I think I may leave it there and leave it for the next time. So I'm getting not really tired, but I'm getting a little bored of playing it. If that makes sense. Like, not bored of playing it, but just kind of like, I gotta talk and, my throat's now. I think I just want to get back to playing with my dolls, because little Beaumont and Magnolia stole my heart. I'll probably write something, I won't lie. I'll probably, start writing something more like I always do. Yeah, it's all good. Alright. Well, if I start writing anything, I'll message you and be like, hey yo, jump on the dock, I'm writing something. Alright. Oh, if I can. Go ahead and enjoy the little ones. I'll be stalking the fanfics. Mood.